Hey everyone, it's Calvin, also known as Ormer, and this is the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. This is my first ever playthrough of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Sholmes Operation. Crazy, do you know anything about Hurley? Is the operation finished? Is Hurley alright? Is he? The thing is, don't mince your words, Inspector, please. You don't mean to say that Mr. Sholmes is...
No, the operation's done and dusted.
I love that, like, he's kind of like a little bit shakier than we thought he was before. It's just that, well... Oh, she's gonna do the sonic takedown, do it!
Yes, ma'am. They use something called a general anesthetic. General anesthetic! In this latest thing, renders the whole body insensitive.
The whole body anesthetized? Is that even possible?
I mean, it means the operation can be completed while the patient is fast asleep.
Goodness, in the Empire of Japan, we can just manage to provide a laughing gas for a tooth extraction.
The trouble is, the latest thing isn't always the greatest thing if you follow my meaning. They couldn't get the medication to work at first, so it took hours for them to nod off, or so I hear. And now with the ops finished, they can't get him to wake up, apparently.
Oh my, that is bad. That is not good.
No one knows that the anesthetic's still in the system. Or if the bloke is just plain exhausted. But anyway, all they can do now is stand back and watch until he comes around again.
Hurley.
The moment he opens his eyes, your ladyship, I swear I shall get word to you.
What a surprise. Even if in matters of life and death, Mr. Sholmes has to do things his way. There we go. I wonder what we do now. Do we examine the whole area? Or will they let us examine the whole area? Look at these papers. Look at this box over here. Out of all the articles in the storeroom, this is the only thing that shows us any signs of being ransacked. What is it? Iris? That's the box file that my manuscript was being kept in. Iris' unpublished story, The Hound of Baskervilles. Surely that's not what all this is. Sorry, SB asked me, he sold it. Without telling you. Maybe that's where it is. We must check inside the box at once. Yes, maybe it is. It might just be the Hound of Baskervilles. Look at that. Look at that. So you didn't like when you see them from behind. Their outfits are so interesting, aren't they? It was there. Iris' story was there. Really? It was? Well, that's good news, isn't it, Iris? Yes. Iris. It sounded like I said Iris. I mean, of course, I believed Hurley when he said he'd deposit here, but still, it's a relief to actually see it. Really? Because that's not a very well-hidden frown. Iris' manuscript is entered into the court record. A long unpublished story that Mr. Sholmes deposited at pawnbroker of the victim, Mr. Winnieback. It's entitled The Hound of Baskervilles. Look at all these articles that have been deposited. The room is stuffed full of them. I can't believe how many there are. A bicycle, a gramophone, musical instruments, even some enormous paintings. Look. Pieces of different people's lives quietly gathering dust in here together. There's something very peaceful about the atmosphere in here. Or at least there would be if not for a chalk outline on the floor or the policeman shuffling around. You know what you can do about that, sunshine? Well, there's something you could do about that. How about you go home and I will kill you? No, I like Gregson. I like him a lot. Check out this gun. It's a very beautiful gun. This is a revolver, a real one. And quite possibly the murder weapon used to take Mr. Winterbank's life. What's the matter, Susie? You really look like you're about to faint. I don't know, Iris. It seems Calvin changes his voice for you every like 10 minutes. True. Thanks, Susanna, for pointing it out. Now everyone's going to point it out. Which is that I've already seen a gun in the flesh. And I've had issues with guns in the past. But anyway, we saw Mr. Winterbank with this yesterday, didn't we?
I shall have to take my wife.
It must be the same gun. And last night, when I looked through the spy hole in the door to the storeroom here, that was the same gun I saw in Gina's hand. Mr. Winterbeck told us that he only ever had a single bullet loaded in his revolver, didn't he? Well, it's empty now. The one and only bullet had in his gun has been fired. So we can be fairly certain the only single shot was fired from this revolver. The police have marked his position with the body with the chalk line. Poor Mr. Windybank. He was a nice old man.
Well, we shot just once through the heart. Most likely the fellow died instantly. He wouldn't have felt a thing.
Well, that's kind of good, right? I mean, he's dead, but, you know, I mean, he didn't, at least he didn't suffer, right? Not that there's any consolation to anybody. This must be his blood, then. Ah. I don't like to ask such a wretched time, Iris. I wonder if perhaps... Don't worry, Susie. I'm ready for action.
Oh my god, really? It's gonna turn yellow, of course.
I knew it. So that invention is crazy. Like, it'd be more efficient, of course, if, like, you know, there was another way to tell it, but still, it's pretty crazy. So now we know the color of the chemical turns when the reaction Mr. Windybank's blood. Is this an actual thing in science, by the way? And it doesn't match our analysis of the bloodstain we found in the main shop. No, but let's add this sample to the others we've already collected anyway. The blood samples portfolio has been updated in the court record. Okay, and we also have... Well, I think it's explore the chocolate again. Iris? Don't worry, I'm alright. But we must find the true culprit. I agree. I mean, like, I think what's great about, like, a character like Iris is that, like, she's giving this whole story, like, way more stakes than it would have been just with the two of us. And, like, yes, like, we care about Sholmes. I care about Sholmes. But now we have this state where, like, you know, we have a character who lives so closely with him. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think it's pretty great. I think it's pretty great. Great in a sense. Are we done here? Are we done in this place? I think we're done here. Which is interesting that we're already done. So we went here. We went into the... We kind of explored everything... If you let your concentration stuff, yeah, that does happen. That does happen. Where else can we go? We could go to the prison. We've talked to you, like, all the way through this thing. I don't know. Like, we could go back to the prison and talk to Gina. But, like, I don't know if, like, that's gonna, like, help us in the least. We kind of want to, yeah, like, yeah, we should probably examine this more. Yeah, like, this is one thing I keep neglecting to do. I was sitting here thinking for, like, 5 minutes, like, not 5 minutes, like, 2 minutes being like, what can we do next? We go here, go there. This is the ticket that Gina brought here yesterday. Yes, having entrusted her by Mr. McGilda 2 months earlier. Article deposited one gentleman's overcoat, and the other redemption ticket was in the pocket of that coat. Yes, for a small box deposited 2 days before the omnibus incident. Could it have anything to do with all this? Do we, like, show this to... No, he's dead. I was like, do we show it to Mr. Windybank? The Hound of Baskervilles? We have it? What the hell? We just have the Hound of Baskervilles? The Hound of Baskervilles. I didn't even notice that. How does this artist know the exact title of this unpublished story? Yeah, that's all very interesting, isn't it? I suppose you just have to wait until she's ready to explain. Yep, that's fine. That's what being a good friend is. I'm so sorry. Can we, like, check it out in any other aspect of it? Is there something that we can check out about it? I don't know. Do we, like... Oh, we can present stuff to him. Could we present... Wait, maybe we should examine the other freaking thing as well, because they told us to examine this. Yes, they did. Here we go. Look in the back of the print here. There's something on it. 13th February, 9 p.m. Article deposited, 1 small box. There it is. Loan amount paid, 10 shillings. Redemption deadline, 30th April, 9 p.m. So this photograph and print is a redemption ticket? For an article that was deposited 2 days prior to the incident on the omnibus, it would seem. Yes, a small box. That doesn't tell us much about it, does it? Perhaps it contains some valuable mementos? I can't help wondering. Presuming Mr. McGilda never redeemed the article in question, since he still had the ticket. So isn't it possible that the box is still present somewhere in the shop? Yes. If it's something McGilda deposited, we need to investigate. So here we go. White cat photograph. Okay, so that's updated as well. But how do we like explore that? How do we explore this? So redemption ticket issued from the pawnbroker owned by the victim, Mr. Woody Bag, is in the form of some handwritten notes in the back of the photograph. So do we like, can we like... We could give this to like, well no, like here's the thing. We could give it to Gregson. But like, wouldn't it make more sense to be like, hey... What about a redemption ticket issue from the book for the... And then we have this one, of course, as well. Yeah, there is something troubling. Okay, I didn't see this the first time. I haven't noticed a red smear. You mean? Yes, it looks like blood, doesn't it? I wonder if Susato-san picked up on that. Well, in that case, yes, we need Iris. Okay. So can we? Is this so she can tell whose blood it is? So we know that like Windy Bags is purple. We know that Sholmes is. Was it green? Or the thing on the thing was green. We don't know if that's Sholmes' blood. So can we move back into the main shop and present this to Iris? So she can be like, hey. So we can be like, hey, Iris, who owns this? Oh, we have to present it formally. Yeah, I forgot. Can you tell us who owned this? Oh, that looks like blood. I would say from a gloved finger, almost certainly a glove made of leather. Well, don't worry, Bruno. You can leave the rest to me. She is a magic. Oh, let's see what color it's gonna turn. It is Windy Banks. Is it? Look at that. No, his one's blue. Yes, that's a color we haven't seen before, isn't it? We simply must add it to portfolio of blood samples. It could be an important clue. This is crazy. This is crazy that this is what we're doing. Although, it would be nice to find out whose blood these different colors correspond to at some point. Exactly. Well, this particular stain of blood. Oh, you've had an idea, haven't you? Do you know whose blood this is? I don't... Do I? Oh, wait, let's check the court record. Whose blood could it be? Could it be Mr. Windybanks? Could it be... If it's a gloved hand... Okay, I think I might have an idea. Yes, I have an idea whose blood it is. Not from the color returned, but with a little deduction. That's right. I think it's clear. Iris, you know as well? You first, who do you think it belongs to? Alright, I believe that this blood is the blood of... He's here. Yeah. He got stabbed. It was his blood. So it was there on the night. Thrice fired Mason. The most evil killer in all the land. He is so evil. You don't sound very sure of yourself the way you trailed off there. No, oh, sorry. Well, it was 2 months ago now, that case. And of course, I'd never met the victim, so I'm struggling to remember his name. He was definitely thrice fired, though. The victim of the omnibus case. Yes, his name was indeed Thrice Fired Mason. But that would mean that his bloodstain was left on it 2 months ago. Yes, I think it was. Gina brought this ticket here to Windybanks yesterday. I'm suggesting that the bloodstain was already on that at the time. So it's a smear of blood at the time that Mr. Mason was killed 2 months ago. Something else is coming back to me now. Mr. McGilded was also wearing leather gloves that night. Now I ask you, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand. It certainly does look like a leather glove thumbprint, this mark. But we know that Mr. McGill had no injuries at the time anywhere on his body. From which we can conclude that any blood on the glove belonged to the victim, Mr. Mason. Mr. Naruto, you sound just like Mr. Sholmes. Minus the quirky slip-ups, I hope. Yes, I think you're right, Bruno. Very well. Let's make a note of this. The details of the pawnbroker's ticket for the coat have been updated in the court record. Okay. We have quite a bit updated now. Is that it? Is that it? Oh man, this is one of the first times I'm actually like really confused on like what we're you know, exploring here. So we presented this to Iris. I was thinking that we could present this again to, yeah. Back in his ticket is written on it very neatly, but still perhaps he write on paper so use anything in hand. It's hard to know what the front and reverse side now. Okay. Give it to me now here. I think we'll go to the storeroom. Okay, let's present him this, because like again, like we can't lose. We can't lose on this. We could like either we do that or we present this one as well. We can present both of them. We can't lose at this stage. Inspector, what do you make of this?
What over here then? A redemption ticket for an article deposit here, is it? Looks like someone out of office stationery and wrote the ticket on whatever paper was to hand. Yes, this is a ticket from McGill's overcoat, the one the little diver turned up with yesterday.
Oh, actually no, it's not.
Really? Think you know better than me, do you?
I do. No, I didn't mean to, Luna's right, Gregsy. Isn't it the same ticket?
Oh my god, there he goes again. Of course it isn't, of course it isn't. I never doubted you, your ladyship. So I showed this about then, if I might be so bold as to ask.
This is the second ticket.
A second one?
It seems that Mr. McGilded is in fact and had another article in storage here at Windybanks.
Is that right?
I think we need to discuss this further with the inspector, Mr. Naruto. Oh, good, because he's never going to ease away, so we can talk to him about it? Okay, that was good. The second redemption ticket. Yeah, so we didn't have to present the second one, I'm guessing. The ticket was in one of the pockets of Mr. McGillen's overcoat.
You mean to tell me?
Yes, there was more than just a music box disc, it seems.
I should have insisted on the lads taking it back to the yard and examining it properly.
Well, according to the detail on this ticket, Mr. McGill deposited another article here with the Mr. Windybank. Oh, Wulong is installed. Let's go, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching Ace Attorney Chronicles. It's been amazing. Let's get into some Wulong Fallen Dynasty. I'm really excited to get into this. Now, I played the demo recently. If anyone wants my opinion on it, like I said, I think I talked about it recently as well. I played the demo. It's pretty fantastic. Totally get it if you can. The combat just made me want to play it so badly. Like, I couldn't believe how good it was. A lot of cheap gimmicks, but like the cheap gimmicks are fun. So like that's one thing I will say. You can definitely you know, play it and be excited about the cheaper gimmicks in it, even if they are a little cheap. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying?
Yes, I can see written here. Small box, was it?
Do you have any idea what it is, Gregsy? Any at all? Is another article belonging to Mr. McGilded? Could be an important clue.
Well, yes, I suppose it could be. Please stop looking at me with those big turquoise eyes are full of hope and expectation. It's too much pressure, I'll lose me marbles, I will, I'll go barking.
There's no time for dog impressions, Inspector.
That's enough sauce from you, Sunshine. There's one thing that springs to mind. According to this ticket, the redemption deadline is already passed, hasn't it?
I didn't even notice that, I'll be completely honest with you. Oh yes, of course, the articles are only held for 2 months. So the small box will no longer be in here then?
That's right. It's been forfeited.
Which means it could be on the shelves in front of the shop where the forfeited items are offered for sale.
There's the shelves in the front.
We must search them at once.
You're wasting your time.
Oh?
There are dozens of boxes out there. Hundreds even.
Well, we got time.
Like, we got a lot of time. We can't possibly know which one might have been McGilda's. That information's not written in the ledger.
Well, I think we should at least have a look just in case.
Of course, your ladies, of course. Very sensible of you, I'm sure.
This is getting old.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Dong? Dong? Dong?
3 dongs? What is this, Danganronpa? Danganronpa? I nearly jumped on my skin there. How come Mr. Winnie makes such a wicked trap? I doubt it's out to scare anyone. Is that really the time? I think perhaps we should pay Gina a visit soon and also look for the box. There's a little green box up there. Let's get that one. Oh? Her trial is tomorrow. We must establish whether or not you will be defending her. We will be. I think we should ask her one more time. Yeah, to get her, totally, yeah, to get her right, get another idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's not a bad idea there, Susato. Don't you remember, Uno? You told her she could rip up the representation papers if she didn't want you to be a lawyer. Really? Did I say that? Yeah, you did. It was very cool as well. Yes, you did. The deadline for submitting the paperwork is fast approaching. In that case, we had better hurry back to the prison and talk to Gina again. Let's go. Where's the prison again? Where's the prison? Where's the prison?
Gina, we're coming. Gina, honey, we're here. Gina, we're coming to save you.
16th of April, 5:41 p.m. Local prison, cell 13. Ah, Gina, good you're back. Top 10 Ginas. The police must have finished questioning her then. Oh, how was it, Jenny? Was it awful? No, it didn't bother me. Thank you for the papers you signed before. It meant we were able to investigate at Windybanks. Oh, right. Don't you want to know how we got on? We've been ever so busy. What's the point in asking? Won't change what everyone's saying. That I did it.
Yeah, true. True. Gina, queen. No, we're gonna help you. That's not.
Gina, we came to ask you for a final decision.
Eh? What decision?
About tomorrow's trial. Will you let me defend you or not? I must submit the paperwork now if you'd like Mr. Naruto to represent you.
Right, I see.
She's really lost her fight in all this all of a sudden. But I know what that feels like. The worry is just so hard to bear. So, like, I desperately want to, like, in terms of characters we latched onto in this game, you know, Kazuma was very early, but I feel like even more than Kazuma, even more than Shomes, Gina's a character that we've genuinely seen, like, you know, a lot of, and I've grown to really like her, a lot. I've grown to really like her as a character.
What we've uncovered, Gina, we have found out that the murderer is in fact Iris. She is a killer.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, sorry, I thought that they were making me present something. I pressed it by accident.
Alright then, Blummy, give it a rest with them eyes, Iris.
Great theme here.
So come on then, fill us in. Who done it?
Unfortunately, we don't know that yet.
You don't say.
We don't know yet, Gina. But Miss Naruto and all of us know that you are innocent of this crime. And while we haven't yet managed to work out who the real culprit is, there are a number of interesting facts that we have managed to establish.
Like what? Like who the smelly killer is?
Well, for example, the reason for you being in there in the first place. I think I know why you broke into Windybanks that night. Do we?
Sometimes I cannot follow this.
Looks like I'm going to have to ask to take some evidence that clearly reveals the reason. Is it the... Are we looking at one of the things that like we collected from the shop? So maybe it's like the... Like... It's either the ticket... Well, we got the 2 tickets. And we got the manuscript. Right? And thrust Gina in face, or could I present it to her calmly, I suppose. Is it the manuscript because she wanted to prove to Iris that he was a liar? That the adult was a liar, because she was doing this a lot, representation in court. So maybe we could present it to her afterwards. Maybe that's what they want us to do. We already have the representation papers out and the other documents we need. All we have to do is hand them into the court clerk. That is, if you'll allow me to represent you in court tomorrow. Nah, don't bother. No! Yes, bother! I bother! Rip them up and chuck them, would you? The representation papers or whatever they're called. Sel isn't fancy enough to have a bin. So, what will you do in court tomorrow? I'll be fine on my own. No, you won't, Gina. We'll represent you. Everyone, we're representing Gina. It's like really crazy because like this is again important for her character. She does not trust adults. Look, it don't matter. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. This is one stubborn pickpocket. So we have to present her with this, is it? This is what you have to present her with? Oh, I forgot we can present outside conversations. So yeah, because she was trying to show that this was sold. We found this in Mr. Windibank's storeroom. This manuscript of Iris' latest story. Ah! Oh, right. Well, that's good then. Curiously, the storeroom at Windibank showed no signs of being ransacked for items of value or of the like, with one exception: the box file that housed this manuscript. It was you, wasn't it, Gina, who broke open the box containing this manuscript last night? Eh? You were determined to find out whether or not the Hound of Baskervilles was really there. That's the real reason you broke into the storeroom last night, isn't it? Why don't you tell us what happened, please? That's such a cool animation with the hat as well. Iris's manuscript.
Alright, yeah. This Baskerville story is the latest Shaman's adventure, right? But it ain't been printing yet. So I figured it's gotta be worth a fair few pieces of silver, right? Oh yes, at least £5,000. What? So you intended to sell Iris's manuscript, did you? No, Ginny, how could you? What? Wait, no, hang on.
Of course I wasn't going to sell it. Why would you believe that? I wouldn't believe she, because I think my reasoning for why she did it is really sound.
All I want to do is find out if the manuscript, or whatever you call it, it was really there or not. That's the only reason I was in the place.
For Iris' sake. Isn't that right?
We knew why you'd done it from the start, Gina. Of course we did. But I knew you wouldn't do anything mean like that, Ginny. I just knew it.
True. Facts.
Well, when I saw the manuscript in the storeroom, it reminded me of what you said the night before. Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Bare-faced liars, a lot of them. You ain't realised that yet. I'm telling you that the manuscript ain't at Windibank's. You'd soon see if you had a look.
She wanted to prove it so badly that adults will just betray her. Like, she wanted to prove it so badly.
I've wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes. I mean, sometimes I wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere. Somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him.
Oh, Ginny, that was ever so sweet of you. It was kind of sweet in a way. She was trying to, but again, at the same time, she was wrong. And I think it's a good thing that she was wrong in the end.
I'll tell you why I did it. Just stop looking at me at that, Iris.
So we have the reason for breaking in.
The breaking in! It went because of Iris. That's not why I did it. I want to know the truth, that's all.
You want to know if Mr. Jones was being honest? If he'd really deposited the manuscript at Windibank's?
It's like I told you the night before. I never had a father. But Iris's ain't a lot. But Iris's lot ain't like mine. She got a dad, only she can't see him. I reckon that's gotta be harder.
She does have a lot of compassion for people, and you can tell that like in the way your character has acted over the past. Well, I think she does anyway. I like her a lot. I like her quite a bit.
That's how she writes her stories. They're about her dad, really. That's what it sounded like to me anyway. Last night, when I was listening to what you were saying. Stories about Daddy? Stories about Daddy? That's adorable coming from a British person. From anyone else, it's a bit weird, isn't it?
Like when American people say daddy, it's super creepy, right? When a British person goes, Daddy, it's like, that's adorable. An American person, Daddy? It's like, what the fuck? Shut up. That's so weird. You mean,
they're not the adventures of a great detective so much as the adventures of a great detective and his trusty partner. Well, that's how I see, yeah? You're so thoughtful and so kind, Ginny. Yes, and we never thought any differently, did we? Look, give her a rest, will you? I hear all this chummy nonsense, do you hear? I hear. I don't trust no one, right? That's how I work, because you don't trust no one can let you down.
that's how people usually act.
So leave me alone. Go on, scarp her. I know it's changing now, but it's unmistakable. Right there on both sleeves are overcoat.
Are some very suspicious red stains. Yeah, they're like darkened, like very like old. How are you sleeping in that? That's pretty awful. Did not give us a new set of clothes or something?
What are you looking at me like that?
I think it might be worth presenting some of our other findings at the area. Oh, like the blood, the hardened blood. But for now, guys, we're going to end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think in the next episode, just to let you guys know where my head is at, I think we might present some of the hardened blood like this one here to her, and we'll see how she thinks about that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all very, very soon. I'm going up to my grandmother's. See you very soon. Bye.